I said, well, let me see what I can see, because Angel Reese fans they're sad and they're furious and they're very upset right now. But I smell a rat. All right. Something smells like B to the S. All right. All right. I'm just saying. And this applies to this situation because Angel Reese's Unrivaled jersey came out and was sold out in like 2 or 3 minutes. Wow. Impressive.
Did Angel Reese's jersey really sell out in just 2 minutes? That's what the Unrivaled League wants you to believe, but something doesn't add up in this story. Think about it. How many times have you tried to buy something online that was super popular? The website crashes, the payment processing takes forever, and by the time news outlets report it, hours have passed. So how did Reese's jersey sell out and get reported that fast? Stay tuned as we break down this suspicious timeline. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
Boasting 4.8 million followers on the platform. With that said, it's no surprise that there's a lot of people who are willing to buy merchandise related to her. Chicago Sky star Angel Reese is one of the most popular female basketball players today. In fact, she's the most followed WNBA athlete on Instagram. It's the 2 or 3 minute part that I think could be questioned. Of course, you're not supposed to question anything, right? Not supposed to, but you can.
Have you ever tried buying something super popular online? The website crashes, payment takes forever, and you're stuck refreshing for an hour. So how did Angel Reese's jersey sell out in just 2 minutes? That's what the Unrivaled League wants us to believe happened. But anyone who's ever tried to buy concert tickets or a new gaming console knows this timeline is suspicious at best. Let's break down what actually happens during a real jersey sale. First, fans flood the website, which often slows down from the traffic surge. Then there's the checkout process, selecting sizes, entering shipping info, typing in credit card details, waiting for payment approval.
You think? You think? Because I think that's potentially a massive part of this. So unfortunately, the stock didn't last long, as Reese's jerseys quickly sold out, leaving fans sad and frustrated. Some even complained that there might not have been enough merchandise available in the first place. Quote, "It's not fair. I just saw this because I was working." Okay, so they should do jersey releases around somebody that's working? Their schedule? That's weird.
Even for the fastest online shoppers, this process takes several minutes per person, and that's assuming the website doesn't crash from high traffic. But here's where it gets weird. The Unrivaled League announced the jerseys were available, and almost immediately after, they claimed Angel's jersey was completely gone. That timing doesn't make any sense. Even if we assume hundreds of fans were waiting with their finger on the refresh button, the idea that they all completed their purchases within 120 seconds is beyond unlikely. The math just doesn't add up. Even the most popular items like new iPhones or PS5s take hours to sell out, and those companies have massive websites built to handle traffic surges. Remember when Taylor Swift tickets went on sale and Ticketmaster, a company that literally specializes in handling high-volume sales, completely crashed? Yet somehow this smaller league's website processed all these transactions flawlessly in minutes. What's even stranger is that news outlets reported the sellout almost instantly.
Another frustrated supporter said, "Please let me get an Angel one. I was there the second they dropped and it sold out. I'm gonna cry. Please restock at Angel Reese's jersey. We are begging." At Unrivaled WBB, a commenter wrote. A sad poster said, quote, "How is Angel's jersey already sold out? 3 question marks. I didn't get to buy the Angel Reese jersey. How did it sell out that quick? Please restock it for me."
Think about it. Reporters would need time to see the sellout, write articles, get approval, and publish. That process alone takes longer than 2 minutes. So either these journalists had articles pre-written, suspicious, or they were fed this information ahead of time, even more suspicious. Compare this to Angel's Chicago Sky jersey launch. That took days to sell out, not minutes, despite her massive popularity in the WNBA. Angel has a huge following, no doubt, but even established WNBA stars with major fan bases don't see their merchandise vanish that quickly. And the WNBA has much more robust sales platforms than a newer league like Unrivaled. Here's the kicker. It wasn't just Angel's jersey that supposedly sold out. Alyssa Thomas, Chelsea Gray, and Natasha Cloud's jerseys all magically disappeared at the exact same time. What are the chances that 4 different players' jerseys would sell out simultaneously? It's like saying 4 different movies sold out at the exact same minute at a theater. The timing is just too perfect. The evidence strongly suggests this wasn't a real sellout, but a marketing scheme designed to create artificial hype around the Unrivaled league. Creating artificial scarcity is a classic marketing tactic. By claiming these jerseys sold out instantly, they generate headlines, create FOMO, fear of missing out, and make their products seem incredibly desirable, all without having to prove actual sales numbers. When you look at social media, there's another problem. Where are all the fans posting about their new Angel Reese jerseys? You'd expect hundreds of excited posts if they really sold that fast. People love showing off their new merch, especially when it's supposedly rare or hard to get. But the social media landscape is strangely quiet from actual buyers. Plenty of posts about the sellout, but very few "look what I got" posts from fans. Another red flag is the league's infrastructure. Unrivaled is still establishing itself, and newer leagues typically don't have the robust e-commerce platforms needed to handle massive traffic spikes. If major retailers like Amazon occasionally struggle with Black Friday sales, how did this smaller league's website handle such supposed demand without a hitch? This whole situation looks like a calculated move to generate buzz for a league that's struggling with viewership. It's not the first time the sports world has seen manufactured hype. Remember how XFL tickets were supposedly in high demand before games showed rows of empty seats? Creating the perception of popularity can sometimes be more valuable than actual popularity, especially for a new league trying to establish itself. What makes this particularly problematic is that it potentially misleads fans and investors about the league's actual popularity. Genuine growth comes from authentic engagement, not manufactured moments that fall apart under scrutiny. And for women's sports fighting for more recognition, tactics like these can ultimately backfire if fans feel manipulated. When you take all the evidence together, this whole jersey sellout story falls apart like a house of cards. What we're seeing isn't a genuine surge in demand. It's calculated PR to make the Unrivaled league seem more successful than it really is. As fans who genuinely care about women's basketball, we deserve transparency, not smoke and mirrors. These kinds of marketing stunts might grab headlines for a day, but they damage the integrity of women's sports in the long run. So what's your take? Was Angel's jersey genuinely flying off digital shelves? Or is this just another example of manufactured hype? Drop your thoughts below.